come together far from Canada's shores to remember one of the most senseless and violent acts in Canadian history. An act of terror over the Atlantic that took the lives of 329 people, most of them Canadians. The bombing of Air India Flight 182 40 years ago today, June 23, 1985, remains the single worst act of terrorism and mass murder in Canadian history. For the families gathered here with us today, the 4 decades that have passed will not have dulled the memory of that awful day. Your loved ones were taken from you in an act of pure hatred and evil. It is a burden that still endures. When you received the terrible news, numb with grief, you traveled here to Cork County in search of your loved ones. The Irish people opened their homes and their hearts to these strangers in the face of devastating loss. This community, your community, provided hospitality, comfort, and support to these grieving families in their darkest hour. Your generosity continues to this day, and you're forever embedded in the hearts of the families of Air India 182. You also have a nation, Canada, that is eternally grateful to you. Our shared history has once again been strengthened by this tragedy. I was 13 years old when this horrific incident took place. My family had moved to Canada a couple of years earlier. School holidays were about to begin, and a few weeks earlier, I had secured a part-time job at a grocery store on Gerrard Street in Toronto's Little India. I remember taking the streetcar and getting off. Instead of the usual hustle and bustle of a lively high street, what I heard was silence. Gerrard Street, Canadians with roots in the Indian subcontinent, Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, and Muslims, all were united in their individual and collective loss. Terrorism, the deliberate act premised on hate, did not discriminate. Gerrard Street, a microcosm of this Canadian community, would never be the same. You carry the burden of history and the failures of our systems to protect your loved ones. Justice was never served, notwithstanding your deep desire and constant search and yearning for it. Vous portez le fardeau de l'histoire et de l'échec de nos systèmes à protéger vos proches. Justice n'a jamais été rendue malgré votre profond désir et votre quête constante. When I met with family members on Saturday before I left to come here, at the foot of the Humber River, the site of the Air India Memorial in Toronto, I was reminded of the depth of the disappointment that persists among the dwindling family members of Air India 182. Their response to this tragedy is rooted in their desire to never again see this type of violence perpetuated against any Canadian. This is a responsibility that I take to heart, and this is a responsibility that our government will uphold. While we grieve with you today, this anniversary is a reminder to governments around the world that we must condemn terrorism and fight it at every turn. Canada will continue to do its part in this fight. Together, we must stand united against hate, intolerance, and division. But today, we remember, we mourn, we grieve, we offer thanks and gratitude to the people of Ireland and all those who lit the sacred fire by their deeds in our darkest moment.